It all started when I made a post over in Reddit. New player, looking for someone to play with. Hey all, I want to give Rust a try and just not sure where to start. Looking for a +1 to help show me the ropes. I'm over on North America West. I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting anyone to reply. But I also didn't know the magic of Rust. Give it a chance and Rust will provide you with the opportunity of a lifetime. And that's exactly what happened here. A fellow by the name of Salt King replied to my thread with just his Discord ID. For the average Rust player, your first experience was probably along these lines. You spawn on the beach, nothing but with your rock. You see another player running up to you and you figure, oh, they must be friendly. And as you're about to say hello, they smash you on the head with the rock. You probably shrug it off and just spawn right back in, now knowing to avoid other players. So you start hitting a tree, when you notice a head sticking above the hill. They're just standing there, so you just continue to hit the tree, not knowing any better. Next time you look up though, there are even more heads sticking out from the hill. But they're not doing anything, so you just keep hitting the tree. And finally you just bend down, you start smashing the tree, and the tree starts to fall. And then as you start looking around again, you're surrounded! And before you can say anything, they just instantly gun you down. Well, that's Rust for you. Rust is all about survival, and typically you learn lessons the hard way. But Salt King had me go down a different path. I was told to get on a server called UKN, where you can do all sorts of aim and recoil training. Salt turns on his stream and he starts showcasing me what his spray looks like. It looks pretty easy, right? At least that's what I thought. As soon as I started spraying, it felt like my gun had a mind of its own. Had I played Rust like everyone else, man, how furious would I have been had I just died because I didn't even realize that this was such a game mechanic, and I lacked this very vital knowledge. So I began to train. Now, fast forward a few weeks, and I receive another message from Salt King. He asks, looking for some farmers to help mine sulfur. Sulfur being this main ingredient that you use to make ammo and booms, right? So I told him sure, but on the condition that, I want to help out on fights too, and I would like, to be equipped with, some sort of gun. And he agrees, and I hop right on. Alright, so first things first, Salt King gave me a grand view of the base, and let me tell you, this thing was fucking huge. Look at this monster in the background, my god. But after that, we went straight over to Outpost, where we did, as you can see, just a shit ton of recycling. Now, for newer players, you're probably wondering, Zero, the fuck are you doing here? Well, typically you only have one inventory, right? You put all your stuff in this backpack, right? But what if I were to tell you that there's actually a second inventory that uses space dimension to kind of do all this magic? Basically, what's happening is whenever you craft an item, it takes those materials away from your inventory and puts it into this space bubble, right, where all the stuff kind of gets queued up. So the more items you start queuing up, they kind of get added to this bag of holding, if you will. After depoting all the goods, the boys wanted to go out and rocket a base. At this point, I've never even seen rockets, so to be brought to my first rocket raid, I am more than excited.
That's good. Rocket.
This raid was a success. We got a ton of sulfur, ton of farm. Yeah, we didn't really see much action. In fact, the counters didn't show up until after we were in the scrappy already leaving. But that's Rust for you. Sometimes you'll have a lot of action. Sometimes you'll just find a base that has no one there. Some people had to go away for lunch, dinner, and whatnot. So at this point, we decided just to do a bunch of shenanigans.
We suck. What are you shooting at, Zero?
Just a bunch of niggas who are watching.
Guy here! Oh my god, Zero on pipe.
Got him.
Hit a fucking water pipe, dude. These kids are such grubs.
We're man.
Ah! Move out of the way! Ah! Ah!
None shall pass. So the time has now come for our last fight right before this server wipes. With the rockets we farmed and our goals unified, we set out for that final high.
There's another one running up. Kill him first. Don't revive. What? Behind the base! On your left! Behind the base! Behind you! On your right!
Got him. Needless to say, I was for sure hooked onto Rust. As chaotic as things were, I was able to learn a lot in my experiences. You know, it really opened my eyes that even though I knew some things in Rust, that there was still such a long journey ahead of me. You know, I would continue my aim training daily, and I even got invited back to hop onto another server to prepare for the next wipe.
You son of a bitch! I'm in!
But what happens next? Well, let's just say that my mind got blown. So until next time, this is Zero Vinci signing off. Bye!